Good morning. So, some of y'all are trying to get me to lie to say it's been about 3 weeks since I cooked a meal. No, it ain't. I cooked last week Friday. Yes, I did. I cooked last week Friday, and that situation went viral. So, thank you very much to all of you. And I'm about to do it again, which is today, Monday. I'm just doing it a couple days early because I need to. So let's go into it. Today I'm cooking for the soldiers, and the appropriate song goes a little bit something like this. I want a soldier that is strong enough to stand up for me, know to carry big things, if you know what I mean. If your status ain't hood, I ain't checking for 'em. Better be street if you're looking at me. I need a soldier that ain't scared to stand up for me, know to carry big things, if you know what I mean. Good morning, officers, regional officers of the law. My name is Beyonce, and that is a clip from the song Soldier, the movie we're about to produce together. So, let's get some some hood status information so we can soldier on with this factor. Starting off with a slow cooked meal that will carry us through the rest of the week until we need to do this again. Alright, so let's grab the number one tool that we need, which is the slow cooker, which will give us a nicely braised chicken with a little bit of sugar, if you don't mind a little bit of sweet wearing the uniform. I've heard a lot of soldiers tell me that they're diabetic. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need, obviously, is the slow cooker. The slow cooker will give us that braise that we are looking for, and we're going to plug it in order to get it warmed up. Alright, so let's plug it in, and it's on the high temperature already. Okay, and so I am going to add one ingredient in that I normally don't add, which is cooking oil, actually, because we don't want the meat to stick at the bottom. We want the meat to be lifted and to rise up so that we can pull the meat out without any parts of the meat coming apart. So that's what we're adding in the oil for. Okay, so we're gonna add the oil just enough to grease the bottom of the pot. Okay, and I'm going to grab the brush, and I am going to brush it the rest of the way in. If I can find the brush, that is. Found me the brush. Okay, so now we're gonna carry with the brush the rest of the oil through the bottom of the pot. And this is it's not a cast iron, it's kind of like the flat top insert for this pot. It's kind of like that. I just don't remember the term, but we've discussed it. We have discussed it. And now what's the other reason why I am oiling the bottom of the pot? Because as Farnham Fahar said, don't wash the chicken. This is another way to get the bacteria out of the chicken as well as the salmonella out of the chicken in order to make sure that you don't have to add extra water into the chicken that will keep the chicken from getting that look that you're looking for, but the oil will burn off the salmonella and the bacteria from the blood in the chicken. Okay, so that's what that is right there. So that's called braise, is a black top. Thank you. Is a black top. This is a black top insert, and I'm speaking of this right here. This is a black top. This is a black top insert, not a cast iron insert. Completely different based off of the type and what you're looking for. Or when you're using a black top insert in a slow cooker, you need to oil the bottom so that the meat gets braised properly. Otherwise, it's going to get stuck to the bottom. So this is a black top insert. That's it. Okay. So, this is a blacktop insert. Thank you for that information and reminder. This is a blacktop insert. Now, we are going to cook the meat without washing it, but the oil and the blacktop insert is going to take care of all of this stuff inside the pot while it slow cooks. Is going to take care of all that, okay? So, let's get into the meat and let's place the meat in the slow cooker. One, two, three, four, 6, which is what I usually do. That's normal. That is normal for me. Let me go wash my hands because you don't want to transfer bacteria to anything else. So let me go wash my hands before I finish this. Alright. Okay, so now that I have washed my hands and we are 8 minutes in, this is what it looks like inside the slow cooker at 8 minutes in. Okay? No seasonings, nothing like that. But we're going to add the seasonings in part 2. We're going to add the seasonings in part 2, so stay tuned for part 2 in order to get the seasoning, because you don't want to eat this raw. You don't want to eat this raw. This will, if you eat this raw, it will still have salmonella, it will still have bacteria, and it will still give you food poisoning. So you want to eat this seasoned so that the seasoning takes out all of the, well, gunk, such as salmonella, bacteria, and any types of food poisoning. You want to make sure that that is taken care of with seasoning the meat, so that, and on top of that, the added benefit is the meat tastes good. The meat tastes good, which is the added benefit. So because I want to slow braise this and I want to sweeten it, okay, I am going to add sugar. Thank you to the Royal Canadian, even though this is what I got left, thank you to the Royal Canadian Legion soldiers for providing me with white sugar. By the way, did you know that it is only the Royal Army that can pack and serve and store sugar properly? Did you know that? If you're caught packing and serving and storing sugar and you're not of the Royal Canadian Army, you can be charged therefore with food tampering. Let's get to part 2.